Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to use the lighting feature in the Feather 3D app. I really like this feature because I think it adds more depth to your drawings and makes them look more professional. So in order to access this feature, you'll go to the toolbar in the upper right corner of the screen and you will select the hamburger button in the upper right corner. Once you click on this button, it should open a menu and you'll navigate to the environment tab, which is the grid looking tab to the right. There should be a button that says lighting, and you will click on the word lighting in order to open the lighting tab. Once you do this, you'll see several buttons pop up. I usually use the button in the middle the most often. The button in the middle controls the direction that your light's coming from and also how it hits the object. So you can use this button by either scrolling up or down or left to right. Scrolling left to right controls the longitude of the light, and scrolling up or down controls the latitude of the light. You can see here that the shadows move with the scroll that I'm doing. To the left of this button is a white button that when you click on it should open the color picker tab. Within this tab shows the color wheel, and you can change the color of your light. You can see here I'm changing it to pink, and I'll move it back to white just so for continuity. Below this button, there's a sun button. This button controls the intensity of the light. So when you scroll, you'll select the button and then move to the left. That'll turn down the intensity. If you select the button and move to the right, it'll turn up the intensity or the brightness of the light. And to the right is this eclipse looking button. Once you select it, what it does is it'll change the direction of the light so it matches how you're viewing the objects. So I like to think of it as the light is directly behind me. And you can see here that the front of the pot and the kettle becomes brighter. Then we can select this ground shadow button below. What this does is it creates a shadow for the objects on the ground, which is not below the X or the Y axis. So an important thing to keep in mind is that if you're drawing something and you want a ground shadow, keep it above the X or the Y axis so it doesn't get messed up. And then there's this toon shading button below the ground shadow button. When you select that, you can see this gradient form on the tea kettle and teapot and soup pot. And I think toon is short for cartoon, but it just makes it a little less 3D and more cartoon-like, which is a stylistic choice you can make. And yeah, that's pretty much the lighting feature within Feather 3D.